Alright, as you do, just ride around the streets with no helmet. A few months ago I realised that my sprocket was in need of attention, so I decided to have a look around, and I had a look on eBay, and eBay had a few kits for the 750 standard sprocket and a DID chain. It was around about the 290 mark, including delivery, which wasn't too bad. I then decided to have a look at Revzilla, because I know that they ship to Australia, and I was planning on buying the jacket anyway, so I thought, well, why not kill two birds with one shipping fee and look at the sprocket kits. So I had a look, and they had a Vortex V3 HFR acceleration kit, and at first I was umming and ahhing because I didn't really want to change anything on the bike. I wanted to leave it pretty standard. The performance is adequate and it goes like a scalded cat. I just really needed the sprockets and the chain, so I decided to bite the bullet when I actually worked out that it was also cheaper to get their kit. It was about $50 cheaper than buying an Australian sourced option. So I went, you know what, YOLO, and pulled the trigger, bought the kit. My buddy with the GSXR750, he and I put it in, put the chain on, and then the next day took it for a ride. It was quite late when we finished, so I didn't bother taking it that night. But let me tell you, the difference is like night and day. So the low end and mid range is pretty insane now. So what I've effectively done is I've taken a bit of the top end out, so the bike will no longer do 300 k's an hour top speed. It's pretty crazy to think. It'll probably do about 260, so it's still pretty fast. Still faster than you can legally go on any road in Australia. Still faster than I'd probably ever do down a drag strip or a racetrack. But I've given myself a bit more flexibility in regards to how the bike performs. So I can quite easily bang it up through the gears into 6th gear and just wind on a bit of power and it will accelerate. So when you accelerate now in 6th gear, it's kind of like having the bike in between 4th and 5th gear. Like, it's not quite as brutal as 4th gear, but it's not as lazy as 5th. It's sort of somewhere in between. You still get a rush of power, but there's definitely a noticeable, you know, like if the power curve sort of went up like that, it's now sort of like this and goes straight off. So it's basically moved the power down in the rev range a bit, which is quite nice. It's kind of like 1000cc power band, except it's still not as brutal. So I've had the chain and sprocket kit on for about 2000 k's. I'm loving it. It's really easy to install. Everything's really good quality and the finish is excellent. The only thing I had to buy was a chain breaker tool and a riveting tool, because this doesn't come with a clip style master link, it comes with a rivet style master link. The one thing I did have to do to get it installed properly was actually remove a couple of links. So we had to measure it and then remove 2 links out of the chain, but that's easy enough with the tools. But yeah, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And like I said, goes really hard now. I'm really happy with the power. The one thing I have to do is get a speedo healer because my speedo's out. Now I worked it out, I had a GPS app on my phone, and it's about anywhere between 10 and 14%. When I'm doing 100 on the GPS, I'm actually doing 114 on my speedo. Like right now I've been doing close to about 80 to 85 k's an hour, and I'm doing 96 on my speedo when I'm doing 100. So speedo healer is going to be the next mod. If you're thinking about buying one, I'd say definitely bite the bullet and get one, especially considering it's cheaper than most of the stock kits I found. The performance is definitely worth it, so I highly rate it. Alright guys, catch you on the next one. Peace.